Black screen. A single, slow heartbeat. Thump, thump, echoes in emptiness. Faint ticking clock underneath, gradually speeding up like a pulse racing toward panic. Blurred silhouette of a man running down an infinite hallway. Shadows stretching behind him. Text fades and letter by letter. You're running out of today's... Listen to me. Just listen. Close your eyes for a second if you have to. Picture this. And I need you to really see it, okay? You're 52, maybe 55. Doesn't matter. You finally walk through the front door of that house you killed yourself to buy. The one with the big windows, the perfect lawn, the life you swore would make everyone happy. Your keys hit the bowl on the entry table. Same clink they always made. But no one calls out, Dad's home. No footsteps running down the hall. No warm arms around your neck. Just silence. The kind that presses against your eardrums until they hurt. You walk into the kitchen. There's still a coffee mug sitting there. Hers. Lipstick mark faded but still visible on the rim. You pick it up like it might still be warm. It isn't. It's been cold for 3 years, 2 months, 14 days. You know the exact count because you never stop counting. And in that moment, that single gut-punching moment, it hits you like a freight train. Every single day you said tomorrow, you were actually saying goodbye. Every late night, every missed dinner, every I'll be there next time, I swear, was you carving another piece out of the only life you had. And now the pieces are gone. And the people who held them, they're gone too. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to save you. Because I've seen this story in the same way too many times. I've watched good men like you, men like me, wake up one day in a future they built with their own hands, only to realize it's a graveyard. If your throat is tight right now, if your eyes are stinging, if you're suddenly remembering a text you never answered, a hug you cut short, a later you promised, then don't you dare scroll past this. Don't rob yourself of the chance to change the ending. Right now, I'm begging you, hit that like button if this already hurts. Hit subscribe if you never want to feel this kind of empty again. These stories aren't entertainment. They're warnings wrapped in love. From someone who doesn't want you to join the list of men who only understood too late. Please, stay with me. And Moses, if I can say this straight to you, brother to brother, tonight, when you get home, no matter how late, no matter how tired, don't just walk past the people who still wait for you. Stop. Look at them. Really look. Like it's the first time and maybe the last. Put your phone down. Sit on the floor with your child if they're still small enough. Hold your wife's hand even if nothing needs saying. Tell your mom you love her before the words feel too late. Because one day, one ordinary, unremarkable day, someone you love won't be there to hear it anymore. And the silence that follows will be louder than any achievement you ever chased. Do that one small thing tonight. Just tonight. Let it be the beginning of choosing them. Choosing now over the ghost of tomorrow. You still have time. But time is the only thing that never asks permission before it leaves. Heartbeat slows. Strings swell with melancholy beauty. Fade to warm vintage footage of a young family laughing in golden light. His name was Alexander Kane. But to the people who loved him, he was just Alex, just Dad, just a man who used to dance in the kitchen while making pancakes. He grew up in a little house that smelled like coffee and wet laundry. His dad coughed through every dinner from the mill dust in his lungs. His mom smiled through every bill they couldn't pay. And little Alex, 8 years old, skinny knees, big dreams, sat at that table and swore to himself, "When I grow up, no one I love will ever worry about money again." That promise became the heartbeat of his entire life. At 24, he got the job that felt like the first real step. Sales, long hours, cold calls. But every yes felt like proof he was keeping his word. At 25, he met Sarah. She had this laugh. God, that laugh. Like wind chimes in summer. On their second date, she asked him, soft, curious, "What makes you happy, Alex?" He looked at her, really looked, and said, "Knowing the people I love will never struggle." She smiled, but there was a tiny shadow in her eyes. She already sensed the map he carried in his chest. The one that only had destinations, never rest stops. They married under string lights in her parents' backyard. Lily came 2 years later. Tiny, perfect, screaming like she had opinion from day one. The first time Alex held her, something cracked wide open inside him. For a few sacred minutes, he forgot quotas, forgot emails, forgot everything except the weight of his daughter in his arms. He whispered to her, "I'm going to give you the world, baby girl." He meant it. With every fiber of who he was, he meant it. But meaning it and living it are two very different things. Those first 10 years, they felt like flying. He closed big deals. Bonuses came. They bought the house with a big backyard. Lily started school. Sarah planted flowers along the walkway. Every night Alex came home, maybe late, but he came home, and Lily would run to him shouting, "Daddy," like he was a superhero returning from battle. He believed, truly believed, that every extra hour he worked was love in disguise. Every missed bedtime was an investment in her future. Every "I'll be there next time" was just temporary, but temporary has a way of becoming forever when you're not watching. At 35, he started the side company. Nights turned into all-nighters. Weekend became just this one call. Sarah would find him asleep at the desk, cheek press a keyboard. She'd kiss his hair and whisper, "Come to bed, love." He'd mumble, "5 more minutes." 5 minutes became 5 years. Lily's first piano recital. He promised he'd be front row. He arrived during the applause. Lily looked out into the audience, found him, gave a small, brave smile, then looked away. That look broke something in Sarah. She didn't yell. She just stopped asking to come. He bought them gifts to say sorry. New bikes, vacation packages he never had time to use. Sarah would smile politely, then quietly put the brochures in a drawer. And still, he kept running, because stopping felt like failure. Stopping felt like betraying the promise he made as a boy at that chipped kitchen table. The heartbreak didn't arrive in one thunderclap. It arrived in whispers, in small, polite declines, in silences that grew longer than conversations. Lily stopped running to the door. She'd hear the key, look up from her homework, give a little wave, go back to her book. Sarah stopped leaving the porch light on. She started sleeping with her back to his side of the bed, even when he was in it. The chest pain started around 42. Little stabs. He ignored them, told himself it was stress, told himself he'd see a doctor after the funding round. There was always another funding round. At 44, Sarah said the words quietly over breakfast. "I think we should separate." No screaming, no throne plates, just tired, bone-deep tired. Alex begged, promised, swore this time would be different. Sarah touched his cheek, the same way she used it when they were young, and said, "You already gave me the life you thought I wanted. Alex, I just wanted you." Lily was 14. She hugged him goodbye in the driveway, like he was going on a business trip. But they both knew he wasn't coming back the same way. He moved into a sleek condo downtown, floor-to-ceiling windows, $1 million view. He sat there most nights staring at the city lights, wondering when the view stopped mattering. The company went public at 47. He rang the bell on Wall Street. Cameras flashed. People cheered. He smiled for the pictures. Inside, he felt hollow, like someone had scooped out everything soft and left only the shell, and still the pain in his chest came more often. He kept aspirin in every jacket pocket, just in case, he told himself. The phone rang at 9:14 p.m. Sarah's name lit up the screen. He answered before the first ring finished. "Sarah?" His voice cracked on her name. "Alex." Her voice was so small. "I'm at St. Mary's. I collapsed at school today." He didn't remember hanging up, didn't remember driving, only remembered bursting through the ER doors, soaked from rain, shouting her name like a prayer. She was in ICU, pale, fragile, but her eyes lit up when she saw him. "You came," she whispered. He felt his knees beside the bed, took her hand. It was cold, too cold. The doctor spoke gently. Years of silent stress, undiagnosed hypertension, heart too damaged to save without miracle-level intervention. Sarah shook her head. No machines, No heroics. Just let me go quietly. Alex sobbed, ugly, broken sounds. I'm sorry. God. Sarah, I'm so sorry. She stroked his hair like he was a child. I forgave you a long time ago, love. I just wish you could have forgiven yourself. They talked until the monitors slowed. About Lily's upcoming graduation. About the way he used to sing her to sleep. She laughed once, soft, weak, and said, "You still can't carry a tune." At 4:07 a.m. her fingers slipped from his. The line went flat. Alarm screamed. Doctors rushed in. Alex stood frozen, still holding her hand, until a nurse gently pried it away. In one palm, the acquisition contract worth hundreds of millions. In the other, her wedding ring. He stared at both like they belonged to strangers. Outside, the sun rose. A brand new day. His tomorrow had arrived, and it tasted like ash. Pause this. Right now. Put your hand over your heart. Feel it beating? That's all you're promised. So I'm asking, no, I'm begging. Are you so busy chasing tomorrow that you're letting today die in your arms? Comment below. Tell me the truth. I'll read every word. Alex lived another 14 years. Quiet years. He sold everything. Moved back to the old neighborhood. Sat on that swing every afternoon, listening to the creek, remembering. He finally understood, with every broken piece of himself, that the present is the only thing you truly own. Tomorrow? It's a beautiful lie we tell ourselves. Every someday you sacrifice today for is gone forever. The people you love don't wait in suspended animation. They age. They drift. They leave. And no bank balance can buy back the Tuesdays you skipped. He learned, too late, that success without someone to share it with is the loneliest victory in the world. You can stand on top of the mountain, but if no one you love is there to see it, the view is just wind. He realized just a little longer, his poison dressed up his patience. Those 4 words stole decades. They turned temporary into never. They turned, I'll be there, into tombstones. The deepest wound? Regret comes when the door is already locked. No apology is loud enough. No check is big enough. No, I love you, reaches ears that no longer hear. And the last, quiet truth he carried to his grave. Happiness lives in the small moments you keep postponing. A daughter's laugh. A wife's hand in yours on an ordinary Thursday. The smell of coffee in the morning with people you love. Those are the real riches. He only saw them clearly after they were gone forever. So he sat on that swing and whispered to the empty air, I'm here now, even though no one was left to hear it. Alex died at 62, peacefully, in his sleep. Lily found him with the faintest smile, like he'd finally been allowed to rest. His story isn't special. It's happening right now, in houses everywhere, maybe in yours. So hear me, please hear me. Stop running. Stop trading today for a tomorrow that might never love you back. Go home tonight. Look at the people waiting for you. Really look. Hold them. Tell them. Because this version of now disappears the second you blink. Thank you for staying with me until the end. If this broke your heart even a little, share it. Send it to someone who needs to stop running before they collapse. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Because the next story might be the one that saves your tomorrow by teaching you to love your today. I'll see you in the next one while we still have time. And remember, the only tomorrow worth chasing is the one you're brave enough to live right now.